Hi, my name is Paul Donchak. I'm founder of Mr. English in Guayaquil, Ecuador, and today I'm going to be teaching a simple technique to help you teach your students how to remember a word specifically and retain that word consistently without forgetting it. Very important technique, I know. So first point you want to do is actually find out a specific word. So for example, I'm going to actually state happy. Translate the word. Happy is feliz in Spanish. As I'm living in Ecuador, I need to actually know Spanish a little bit. So actually translate this. Make sure you write it on the whiteboard as well. Point 2 in relation to this. Find out synonyms and antonyms as well. Synonyms for happy would include cheerful, merry, delighted, content, for example, as well. And antonyms, for example, sad, depressed, grumpy, miserable. For positive words, for positive synonyms, write these at the top, just above happy. For antonyms, negative words, write them just below happy as well. So remember, first, translate the word. Second, synonyms and antonyms. So the next two parts I want to actually state in regards to students remembering a specific word is finding out words related to what they like doing. So what makes them feel happy? So for example, for me, what makes me feel happy? Well, video editing, for instance, teaching English, MMA, for instance, so I like UFC, football, tennis, watching sci-fi and reading science fiction too. What makes me feel miserable or grumpy? Well, there's a couple of types of food which I don't like. Having a cold, for example, banging my toe against the wall, knocking my mug of coffee over when I'm actually tired. But one of my pet hates is actually a meal here called guatita in Ecuador. It's absolutely disgusting. If you want to find out more about that, then you can look on the internet too. But it's absolutely disgusting. Following on from this then, we want to use actions for the students. So get them to actually role play this. Get students to come to the actual front of the class and actually role play the things they like doing or the things they don't like doing. It's very simple to get them to actually get the other students to elicit answers, and also they're going to feel a little bit nervous doing this. Why do I want some of the students to be a little bit nervous in front of others? Simply because when they go to the United States, when they go to Australia, when they go to the United Kingdom, if they go to Canada or to Africa or many other countries which actually have English as their second language, they're not going to have to be shy. They're not going to go to a restaurant and not speak or say anything. They have to get involved with the things within those countries. Obviously, they have to actually order a taxi. They have to go to a hotel and actually be able to actually speak to the porter or the hotel staff at reception. So remember that next two parts, remember to get them to actually think of things they love doing or things they hate doing, for instance. So things which make them happy, things that make them feel depressed. Use the actions for the students. So get them to actually get involved with the rest of the class. Okay, it brings about a relationship with the other students as well as the class and also with yourself as the teacher. Following on from this, we want to actually construct the sentences in a real situation. So happy, I am happy. Are you happy? Yes, I am happy. This is more of a basic sentence, so this would be more present simple. And obviously, as you actually get into more advanced levels, you're not going to be using happy because it's a basic word and a basic adjective too. So how are we going to do this? Write the sentence on the board for the students in your classroom. If you don't have a proper whiteboard, or if you're just doing your teacher who only does advanced classes, or you're actually going to someone's house, try and buy a whiteboard, for example. If you've got a little whiteboard, you can actually use that within the classes. This is very good for online classes as well as actually for children and also for adults. But also you can use your chat settings in regards to online classes. Now, remember, if you're actually constructing the sentence, construct it in a real situation. Okay, so, are you happy? Yes, I'm happy. Question, answer. Okay. What makes you happy? Football makes me happy. Watching UFC makes me happy. So the next point, use the word in a correct sentence. construct a sentence in a real situation where they're going to be using that correctly. So the next step which we want to do is actually implement different types of mediums within the class. This could be music, for instance, it could be video. Either of those are very good to use once you've actually done the other steps prior to this. Why do I say this? It's because you're actually getting those students who are actually visual learners now, or even auditory for music, to actually learn the words in a better. Okay, so for example, with Happy, you could actually implement some songs. So there's the song Happy by Pharrell Williams, also a song Bobby McFerrin as well. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Now, my voice is absolutely terrible. So it'll actually get the students to actually have a better relationship with yourself, have a little bit of a laugh with the teacher. You can actually get the students to actually do the chorus as well. So they get a better relationship with themselves within the class. If it's one-to-one, then it actually makes it easy for the teacher to embarrass yourself, and also it's the good relationship building as well. Now, also with different videos, or the other medium, for instance, there are different commercials which you'll be able to find online, for instance. Okay, a couple of them would be in regards to Yellow Pages and also McDonald's. So here are the adverts you can actually watch.
Oh. Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
Now you've watched those videos, you can see that using Happy can be implemented into a variety of different mediums, for instance. We also know that we can actually use this maybe when you're actually talking about famous people. Obviously Nelson Mandela, for instance, maybe Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison, Mark Twain, Christopher Hitchens, people like that. Use the relationship building you've made with the class, finding out who they like, who they respect, and using quotes from those as well. So, do remember them in relation to this: songs, quotes, and also videos. Do remember, by using this technique, you can actually help many different types of students with many different types of learning styles. Now, for example, generally there are 3 different types of learning style. One would be kinesthetic, one would be auditory, one would be visual or spatial. Okay, visual or spatial, obviously it's basically what it sounds like. Maybe pics, for instance, in regards to movies. Auditory, again, it's very obvious. Music or sounds, for example. Or if there's kinesthetics, more physical, so role play, in regards to using your body, for instance. So, however, there are different other styles that I've actually researched and actually found out. Other than those 3, you do have verbal. There are some people who actually like to implement words, for example, books or literature, for example. Then you've got those students who are more logical or more rational. So it's more mathematics, for instance, more science, more reasoning as well. They also like quotes, many different quotes, which actually can make you think. Okay. Also, you have those who are just social learners, those who are actually more ingrained in regards to actually group work, for instance, more conversation as well, more real-life situations where they like to actually be in the spotlight. And then also you have solitary learners, those who are very introverted, so the exact opposite of social learners, those who like to just have one-to-one classes, those who like to be on their own, so sometimes they don't even have any English classes, for example. So I find there's several different types of learning styles. I'm sure there are others, but there's also a combination. So for myself, I would say I'm more kinesthetic and also visual. I prefer just social pictures, for instance, videos, but also I like to do more role plays. I like to be in a real situation. So different learning styles, all implemented into your classroom with this simple technique, so it can actually help your students and actually help you as the teacher, get them to retain the information and make sure they don't have to ask consistently again, what's that, teacher? I forgot what that is, teacher. Obviously happy is a very easy word, but it'll actually help you with numerous other words which are a lot more difficult too. Let's have a recap. Okay, number 1, translate the word. Number 2, synonyms and antonyms. Number 3, words that are related to the word you're teaching or word you're learning, and words which aren't related to that. Number 4, role plays and games and getting the students active and interactive within the class. Number 5, constructing a sentence with the word you're trying to teach or learn. Number 6, using different types of media, either through video, through songs, through music, through quotes, and things like that. So, I'll be signing out for now. My name is Paul, I'm Mr. English. I hope this has helped you. Hope to either if you're a student or either if you're a teacher as well. And I hope I'll be teaching you a few more techniques and a few more learning styles as well very soon. Okay, have a good day.